yards, and Patterson lined up behind him, and they feed Jared Patterson right off the... They seem to go fast, but slowed it down. Patterson left side with it, cuts back inside. There's that pressure coming. They hand it off to Patterson, though, and he slips to the right, and he's low history in rushing yardage, 118 from second. That is caught catch. Over 100 in both games for him. Back to the air, Van Treese. Open target, right on cue, it's Nunn. Antonio Nunn inside of the 30, broke a tackle, and Nunn is down
for the open play.
Pickup of 27, back to the ground they go, it's Patterson. And they claw tonight, including their defensive coordinator, Brian Van Gorder. They're all in COVID protocol as Patterson busts up the...
That these had these motions that come across. You see the tight end kick out, and then Jared does what he does best, find the hole. Third down runs that they need to convert.
He's to the right of Kyle Van Treese. They put it into his stomach. That makes for nightmares for defensive coordinators. Patterson's got it right side, broke a tackle, cuts back in, flag came in. Patterson's second and 22 after the penalty. Van Treese taking a shot, flings it far sideline, and out. Play clock under 5. They get the snap off. A good run. Patterson to the right of Van Treese. Van Treese comes out firing, caught by Nunn at the 25-yard line.
And for this Bowling Green defense, that you're going to have a lot of one-on-ones outside, that this is pitch and catch for Kyle Van.
67 yards in a decisive win for Buffalo. Patterson wanted to go left, now comes back right. Good pursuit to the foot. Patterson with it. Van Treese came into this one after 2 games leading the MAC in passing yards. Feeds Patterson, Jared Patterson.
Last week giving up a lot of rushing yards, but this time they're doing a great job of at least penetrating and making the Patterson at least make a guy miss before he...
I wish we could show his face as reacts. It was great. He said, no, this one means a little bit more to me.
He's going to take everything from the dances to the motivational speeches to the energy that it is game.
He has so far. First down here, Van Treese comes back group.
I'm definitely in that group.
Here's Kevin Marks now. There's the speed. Marks with a burst. Still got it up the sideline.
Guys on the sideline over because he's so that has a lot of impact when he runs.
They feed the beast once again, and Kevin Marks, look at that push.
Into this offensive line, they're playing very punishing football right now.
They sure are.
Right
Marks.
downhill.
Yep. They give it to Marks, right side. Kevin Marks takes on
the... Hit that edge and let these guys be track stars.
Here's Marks up the gut, and he extended the...
Keeping his jersey so clean.
Chick-fil-A, what do you think, Qdoba? Here's Patterson right side, bursting through the hole is Jared.
Ball and be excited for each other is something special.
Yeah, and the head coach, Lance Leipold, is Patterson again, another big chunk there, cuts back in, constantly rooting for each other.
It's interesting to see 2 running backs that want the ball so much, but be so bigger fans of each other. They're making a big play, another guy's cheering them on. And that's the type of locker room and running back, because they're all around backs. They're not just a one-way go type of guy.
And of course,
but when he fit in, he hit it full speed.
From the gun, Van Treese comes out firing. Near, it's tough to cover, isn't it?
Once again, you're going one-on-one outside. These are your yes or no throws. And for
that is every reception for Buffalo so far. 3rd and 2 here.
Defenses, you can't really adjust until the last second, but usually it's too late.
Out of the gun, they feed Patterson. Coming up on 4 minutes on the drive. Back to the air, this one, pitch and catch. It's Antonio Nunn again. Nunn's got the first down and 10 here for Buffalo. They're on top 14-3. This is Kevin Marks. Marks with a burst up the sideline. Puts
when you're trying to hit outside runs and even inside runs, you can hit that second level a lot easier.
There's Marks, takes on the tackler. Those are the things that Scott Leffler could not stop talking about. He loves that about some of his team. Here's Marks, cuts inside, broke a tackle at the 10. This thing now, and they get it away. Van Treese puts it into the breadbasket of Marks, and Marks come to the line. They need a yard. Van Treese hands off Patterson, trying to break through, and Patterson died. In the second half, they scored on all 4 of their possessions against Miami. Patterson 2 in the first half of 298. Van Treese taking a shot into the corner of the end zone. Fade was in motion. Patterson drags a defender, and Patterson, Alex McNulty, their field goal kicker, hasn't kicked. He hasn't even attempted a field goal. They swing it out.
What a way to lose. I had a similar game when we played Kentucky at Florida, where we scored 2 touchdowns on similar plays.
Really?
And still keep balance and stay on his feet, and that's what makes him a tough running back to handle.
I mean, look at him right there.
So, always making guys miss, but the way he's running, he's got a lot of jump cuts quick.
James Starks is the guy he's chasing, and Patterson. But you don't see that a lot because you see a lot of guys be in the transfer portal the next day. Look at Patterson, cuts outside, puts his head down. The fave in motion. Feed Patterson once again. I mean, just look at that. I mean, look. Buffalo program history in rushing yards. Patterson to the outside, cuts back inside. Red zone from the 15-yard line. Fake to Patterson. Van Treese looking. Van Treese throws. It is caught. And Columbia, Maryland, Deanna Burns. Patterson, stiff arm. Patterson breaks free. Third interception McDonald has thrown this season, and Buffalo goes right. Gator.
Oh, yeah, I like that, too.
Patterson in the game with Marks as well, and Patterson breaks away over midfield. Patterson's got one to beat. Can he do it? Stiff arm, and he's on a first and goal gain of 67.
And Buffalo hasn't done any different than all game. They slide a tight end to the edge, and they run these outside zones and let Jared Patterson be in the... He's trying to beat that record.
He is trying to beat it. You're not kidding. This time it's Kevin Moore. Over 300 yards on the ground. Van Treese gonna take one in himself. His night is done. His team up by 25, and they're gonna feed the rock here to Kevin Marks.
He can play more of a game manager role, and you can seal a lot of games running this football.
And this won't happen often. Good job. And the snap goes, and Marks has it, and Marks Bowling Green again. He's north of 200 in the game. Patterson takes it. In the Mid-American Conference, MAC championship game, of course, would be 7 in a bowl game. So you're gonna
4 plays just designed differently. That's the type of team that you know can compete with anybody in the country.
Here's Patterson. Patrick once again against Bowling Green. Feed him again. Plenty of room. Just walks through there. Patterson breaks away. Jared Patterson trying to find the end zone. He'll outrun everybody.
But check this play out. It just shows you why he's nifty in the pocket. Look at that, making guys miss in small spaces. For a guy to do that, and then on top of that, he's a hard guy to bring down, just shows